to have together on today. Australia and Carnatic musicians of Australia is a big job of applause. Greetings, elders of past and present, distinguished IPAC mentors, Sri R.K. Sri Ram Kumar, Srimati Priyadarshini Govind from India, Guru Mani Sir's fellow artists, distinguished AAO artists, Australian Art Orchestra artists, and invited heads of music and dance schools, and students and alumni and parents, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of IPACAUSTRALIA, Paul Grabowsky, of Executive Director, Monash University, Performing Arts Centres, Tom Guttridge, Head of Programming, MPAC, and Aravind Kumarasamy, Artistic Director, Apsara's Arts, Singapore, Sruthi Laya Kendra, Executive Committee, Narmatha and I welcome and thank you all who have graciously accepted the invitations to join in the tribute of Guru Karaikudi Mani. To all those who sent apologies also, our sincere thanks. Among my friends, I express gratitude to Dr. Vanjadayalan, my classmate and cardiologist from UK, for his invaluable counselling support during the depths of Manis's critical illness. As we gather here, many in countries around the globe are expressing in numerous ways their respect and gratitude to Mani Sir on his 78th birthday. A long-term collaborator and student, Sandy Evans, PhD, requested me to announce that she is organizing a special tribute and a celebration today at the AAO Creative Music Intensive at Seacroft Estate in Victoria. It is well known that Guru Karaikudi Mani's work was phenomenal. He has inspired all the performing artists in the field of classical and contemporary music and dance. As a brilliant new star in the early 1960s, Guru Mani won critical acclaim from Palgrad Mani Iyer and won the President's Award. He redefined approaches to playing for varnams, interludes, krutis, nirabals, swarams, kirtanams, bhajans, and tilanas, which were not merely embellishment. He created many powerful approaches for the entire repertoire of a concert. People with some knowledge of music easily identify short passages of his creatives when played even by artists who are not his direct disciples or not from his lineage. Many of us are quite capable of creating original works. Only a genius has the power of the awe-inspiring influence that he had on a mass scale. The admirable innovations and his compositions were countless. The passages are relatively easy to comprehend, and have been curated with excellent landing points with reference to rhythmic cycles. The structures have been, or I inherit, inbuilt beauty through, though they are rhythmically rich and complex, as Paul said. A sample piece that you have just heard is one such example. Lion, rhythmic beauty, is seamlessly interwoven with melody. Aesthetically pleasing, he emphasizes the need to modulate, instills in the minds of any mridangam player the need to deliver each stroke with clarity and the right amount of dexterity. Finally, he has emphasized the need for continuous practice and involvement and patience before one can even dream of getting up on stage to perform his compositions or any compositions for that matter or a repertoire. Whether it be for music or music for dance. He said, speed without modulation or inbuilt nadam was dry. He expresses that in Tamil very often as varatta. Compositions that lack built-in line, he says, lacks musicality. He was incredibly meticulous in tuning kapi mridangams. The nadam he emanates from the kapi mridangam is one of its kind. Matchless and full of nadam and mesmerizing. You can listen to his YouTube recordings in abundance. Mani sir respected all his senior artists and co-artists for their tireless practice and contributions to arts. When things were grammatically incorrect, he was prepared to listen to his peers. At the same time, he is extremely courageous. He would not hesitate to create his own highlight that the incorrectness of some of the passages of all schools of thought. So in other words, he will create something to highlight the incorrectness of some of the passages from all schools of thought. Transition of umpteen passages that he created from one tempo, we call it nadai, to another is a mark of Guru Mani's genius creativity. Mani Sir's albums such as Laya Chitra, Amudam, All India Radio archival recordings, Jaya TV recordings, Australian Broadcasting Corporation's Into the Fire, to name a few, speak volumes of his scholarship, artistry, and his teamwork ethics. I consider them priceless contemporary encyclopedias for music practitioners. Guru Mani has provided us with a lifetime of inspiring material as a gift for each musician and dance practitioner. If he wanted to, Mani Sir could have put himself out in the overseas market to make $1 trillion, but he didn't. We have a number of students who have had the privilege to receive training from Mani Sir in India and receive lessons that have endless loving experiences to share on a personal level. He led a humble life until his last breath. Though there were many offers, underlined, though there were many offers, Guru Mani did not ask any of his senior students for any financial assistance for his health and well-being. I had the privilege and pleasure to have had some time with him in early January to accompany him on a few days of temple trip. This trip was with my wife, Narmatha, my brother-in-law, Somasundara Desigar, a direct disciple of Mani Sir from the day one of his institution, namely Sruthi Laya Kendra, now Sruthi Laya Kendra. during an earlier visit to his Panayur, his Gurukulam. Mani sir related his faithful interaction with Guru Surajananda and the utmost love and priority he had for his spiritual guru. Apart from me and Narmatha, we have at least two extremely fortunate people here in the sound gallery. One is, I presume she is here, Dr. Brunda Jeremiah, now Dr. Brunda Coughlin, and Dr. Lisa Young, who were introduced to Guru Swarajananda personally by Mani sir. Am I right? It is my duty to acknowledge a few of his past Gurukula students, now married, despite having young families from outside of Chennai. I'll name a few. Kolaru Ravi, Muktu, Anup, Kara Srinivas, Calcutta Arvind, to mention a few, were by the Guru's bedside for many months to provide moral support and physical help without a wink of sleep. Sai Shravan, an ardent devotee of Mani sir, played an extraordinary role, I would say extraordinary role in providing ongoing advice to Mani sir at critical stages of his illness. Besides his own niece, Usha, and Srimati Rajeshwari Saina, the dancer of high repute. Now, some of the highlights of Mani sir's second homes, Melbourne and London. I now draw from some of his speeches. He gave high praise to all the artists of Melbourne Trinity Heritage Festival who took turns to lead and took part in the congregational singing and instrumental segments for emerging artists. He was touched by the level of involvement, professionalism, and he specifically said this, Sruthi Suddha. He decided to join and play in the Pancharatna Kritis. Our IPAC 2023 mentor for music, scholar and maestro R.K. Sriram Kumar was a witness to that festival. At Mani sir's request, Bombay Sisters too were instrumental in changing the name of Tyagaraja Festival to Trinity Heritage Festival, Australia, in Melbourne. This is another example of the legend's respect for the Trinity of Carnatic music. He honoured each musician with a garland at the Melbourne Trinity Festival. Mani sir also inaugurated Nandikeshwara Festival 5 years ago, and he personally handed to every young participant and performing gurus his token of appreciation, which he made especially a Nandikeshwara Spadikam from Mumbai and a gift card. Thanks to Sruthi Laya Kendra's honorary accountant, Mr. Sridharan, who helped us to formally register Sruthi Laya Kendra Charitable in Australia. It was such a memorable trip for us when Mani sir took me and my sons Sai Nivedan and Sai Sarangan to Dattatreya Peedam near Salem and placed the registration certificate at the feet of Sendamangalam Swamigal Samadhi and conducted puja. It is my duty to acknowledge how Mani sir has nurtured me, my students, and the Sruthi Laya Kendra, and the Academy's development in many ways. I will always remember how a genius of a musician had a generous and humble personality which he shared with all those who reached out to him. The Guru of mine was not only magnanimous, but also had the confidence in me to share the stage with me for 2 major concerts with O.S. Tyagarajan sir and Mysore brothers on the violin. He said to me that he was very